and welcome to another inbox review. This time we're looking at the Hobby 2000 B26B Marauder in 1/72 scale. The kit number here is 72058. We've got some quite nice box art on the front of the one of the variants that you can build. Down the side here we've got the other variant. There seems to be two marking scheme available. Price $29.75, so under 30 quid. Bit of blurb on the side, and then we've just got another picture of the aircraft. Open her up, got a fairly sturdy box. Take a quick look at the instructions first. This is actually a Reebox. Some of you may already be aware of the Hasegawa kit, but it's a good kit, so that's hopefully it's a good kit. Let's take a look through. We've got the usual Sprew map, which is nice, so we can see what Sprew runners we've got. We've got a paint scheme colour chart here. There's lots of different variants, brands. We've got Tamiya, Mr. Colour, Attacker, Ammo, Alclad, and AK Interactive. Symbols here for various things like opening holes, decor, remove, etc. This is a kind of one bit like a Hasegawa, I guess. One pull out one sheet. Fairly standard build sequence, I'd imagine. We've got the cockpit assembly, the bomb bay assembly, the bomb rack assembly, everything going together. There's quite a lot of bits and pieces in here that's going to have to all go in at one hit. We then build up the wings assembly, rear gunner and tailplane. We've then got the engine assembly going onto the wings, bombs going in actually further on down the assembly process, wheels. I guess obviously at most things you can have the bomb bay open or closed by the looks of things. It's also quite handy, it tells you the how to lay out the bombs, how it should look when it's assembled. We've then got the rest of the gear bay going in here, front nose, obviously the landing gear doors. Turret can go in afterwards by those things, which is great. So it means the paint can actually be painted before we put the turret in if you wish. You've got the cockpit glass going on, the propellers, and everything else. You've got the markings here for the propellers showing you where the decals go. We then come on to the two colour options, not on colour, which is always nice on an instruction sheet, full colour instruction sheet. They're both, I believe, they're just both grey-green. There's just the main subtle differences. I think really the main difference is probably the slight difference in the sort of invasion stripes, and obviously the nose markings, of course. But other than that, they're fairly similar aircraft. So that's our instruction sheet. Get the plastic out. There's two bags. One bag contains your clear parts and some sort of little plastic caps there, as you can see, made in Japan. That's that part, and then we've got the main bag, which consists of all the grey plastic parts. Various bits floating around here. Okay, take those out carefully. Inside of here for the moment. So the engines, or the front part there, as you would expect with Hasegawa, even though this is probably an older mould, it's still very crisp. Recessed panel lines, you've got some rivets there. No flash as such, I can see. Hopefully the camera's picking that up okay. Main fuselage is a Sprew A. Again, we've got recessed panel lines, not a lot of rivets. Some rivets here, some rivets around the wing attachment point. but again it's all nice and crisp, detailed, nice fabric. Again, there's no real evidence of any flash. We've got some reasonable interior detail here. Hopefully there's no horrible injection marks in the wrong places. Obviously there are injection pin marks here, but obviously the main bomb bay doesn't seem to have any that's going to be visible. The main cockpit area doesn't seem to have any that's going to be visible. So they may be just visible through these tiny windows if you were to really look, but I suspect they would never see them, so you probably don't need to worry too much about those unless you really want to. Wheels look reasonably detailed. Got a fairly good tread pattern on them. We've then got various bits here. The engine looks, again, reasonably detailed for the scale. Bombs, propeller looks nice. Wheels pretty good. Even the machine gun is not bad again for the scale. Yeah, no, it's nicely detailed sprue. All the parts look good. Again, doesn't seem to be any horrible flash or anything there going on. This sprue is an identical sprue, I think, on those things. Yes. So we'll just have a quick look over that, but again, that's sprue G actually. That's pretty good. Internal parts, again, quite nicely detailed here. The bomb bay doors, I assume that's the bomb bay doors. I guess maybe you've got options there whether it's open or closed by the looks of things. Again, all looks quite nice, no flash, no unexpected nasties by the looks of things. I've got some injection pin marks here that may need to be taken care of if that is the open bomb bay, but again they're fairly shallow, shouldn't take much to clear them off. We've then got the engine nacelles, some more interior bulkhead parts, or the bomb bay parts I should imagine that's interior. Again, detail's nice, really nice actually. That's the main cockpit floor, it's quite nicely detailed. This is, I think, the bit in the middle of the bomb bay door. Instrument panel there by the looks of things. Looks quite nice. I'm sure if we had a decal for that, we'll check that in a minute. Various landing gear bits and pieces, some more machine guns, more little tiny parts. All looks really nicely detailed, actually really good for the scale. There's some 48 kits out there, 148 kits that probably don't have quite the same detail. As you can see, these parts here, really good. Again, they all seem to be flash free, clean, no nasties. We've then got our main wings. We've got a bit of detail in here for the wheel wells. Again, nice recess, not overly stated, riveted detail. Yeah, really good. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. That's all your. Then we've got our clear parts here. Interesting that we seem to have a clear tail plane. So you bit your tail at the end. Horizontal stabilizer parts. Then these are slightly different plastic. They are almost slightly rubberized, these caps. Different windscreens. I guess there's slightly different versions. So there's choices to be made there. All the clear parts. Well, they look to be pretty good. Again, for the scale, they're not too thick. Nice and clean, clear. Looks good. Oh, and actually be careful on the nose part here, which is again a nice, clear, clean part. Actually fallen off. Put that back in there carefully so we don't lose it. Yeah, made in Japan. And last but not least, and what else have we got in this box of tricks here? We have our decals, which are probably fairly important to this kit, and we also get a full set of masks. And there's a guide there. Always nice to have a set of masks. There's quite a lot of glass clear parts in this one, so I don't know. I've never used these ones before. They are pre-cut, so hopefully they'll be okay. And then we've got a cartograph printed decal sheet, so that looks really rather good. We do get an instrument panel decal, which is nice. Actually not bad detail on that for that scale again. They're nicely printed, nice colours, sharp. You generally can't go wrong with cartographs, so I think they'll be pretty good. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was useful if you're thinking of buying this kit. I believe Edward will also reboxing this shortly again. It's obviously quite a popular mould. So there'll be plenty of options out there to buy and to build this kit if it takes your fancy. Well, thanks for watching. Cheers.